Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into some really beautiful ideas from the book A Moment Just for You. Think of it as a guide for building your own little sanctuary of inner peace, right in the middle of our often crazy lives. And let's be honest, who couldn't use a little more of that?
I mean, that's a real question, isn't it? The world is just swirling with challenges, stress, and, those moments of self-doubt that creep in. So in the middle of all that noise, how do we find an anchor? Where do we find that quiet space?
Well, the book suggests a tool that's incredibly simple, but don't let that fool you. It's also incredibly powerful. We're talking about daily positive affirmations. Now, this isn't just wishful thinking. It's a real conscious practice to rewire your brain, to set the tone for your day, and to build up a kind of resilience that helps you navigate life's challenges.
So where does this journey begin? It all starts with the most fundamental step of all, what the book basically calls a radical act of self-acceptance. This is about building a strong foundation from the inside out.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Just picture it for a second. A huge, ancient tree. It doesn't waste time judging its own knots or comparing its leaves to the tree next to it. It just is. It stands in its own quiet power. And that's the starting point for us too. Realizing your worth isn't something you have to go out and earn. It's already there. It's your truth.
This right here, this is the core. This is the deep root system of that ancient tree we were just talking about. When you can really, truly stand in this truth, that constant need for other people's approval, it just starts to fade away. And that, right there, is where peace begins to grow.
And we can connect with this feeling in a physical way. Why not try this with me, right now? Just place your hand gently over your heart. Feel that warmth. Close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths. And as you breathe, just silently offer yourself that simple phrase, "May I be kind to myself." It's a small gesture, but it sends a huge message of comfort right to your nervous system. Okay, so once we have that foundation of self-acceptance locked in, the next step is to start shaping our environment, both what's around us and what's inside us, to really support that feeling of peace.
The book makes such a great point here. Our physical space isn't just a backdrop to our lives. It actively shapes how we feel inside. You know that feeling when your desk is a mess? It can drain your energy and scatter your thoughts, just like a bunch of debris clogging up a stream. So, creating little pockets of peace outside helps build that sanctuary inside.
And an affirmation like this, it's not just a hope, it's an intention. It's a tool you can use to consciously set the energy of your space, to make it a true haven that actually reflects and supports the calm you're trying to build.
And you don't have to reorganize your entire house to do this. The book suggests something super simple. Just pick one small spot, a single shelf, your nightstand, and just look at it. Maybe you straighten a picture frame or wipe away some dust. Make one tiny intentional adjustment. And then just notice. Feel that subtle shift, that little bit of calm that one small act can create. So, just like we can tidy up our outer space, we can also tidy up our inner space, our thoughts. A lot of our stress doesn't come from the situation itself, right? It comes from the story we're telling ourselves about it. By actively reframing our thoughts, like you see here, we can literally shift ourselves from a place of stress to a place of strength.
And here's the affirmation that really anchors that whole practice. When you repeat this, you're not pretending the chaos isn't there. Nope. You're just connecting with your own deep inner stillness, that part of you that can stay centered no matter what kind of storm is blowing outside.
All right, so once we've built that foundation of self-acceptance and we've cultivated a little sanctuary of calm, we can start to engage with the world in a totally new way, with a real sense of purpose, joy, and trust.
This one is so beautiful. It's all about embracing your own unique light. It's such a powerful reminder to just stop the comparison game. Instead, what if we just focused on what nourishes us? What if we just turned our faces toward what brings us light and joy?
And that's the key word right there, choose. This is an active practice. Just like that sunflower, you get to consciously decide where you're going to direct your attention. It's a daily decision to seek out the light and to focus on what lifts you up.
And finally, the book gives us this incredible image of surrender. Now, this isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of that need to control every single little outcome. It's about trusting that there are bigger forces at play and finding a real sense of peace in the natural flow of life itself.
This is such a powerful affirmation for letting go of anxiety. It's really the key to making peace with your own journey, transforming all that effort of trying to control everything into a more graceful dance with life.
So, to bring it all home, building your inner sanctuary really comes down to these three things. It starts with that solid foundation of accepting yourself, no strings attached. Then, you practice cultivating calm, both inside and out. And from there, you expand into a life of joy and purpose by simply choosing to trust your own unique journey. So as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this last question from the book. After everything we've talked about, what's one small, quiet truth about yourself, your space, or your journey that you can honor in your life today? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.